intake of substances could have either a positive or negative effect on the body system. Substances such as alcohol, cigarettes, marijuana, cocaine, cannabis, rubber, over-the-counter prescription, and even drugs prescribed by the medical profession can be abused. A 2010 research carried out by the United Nations Office on Drug and Crime shows that substance abuse is fast overtaking HIV and other diseases as a health challenge in Africa. For instance, a common drug like Panadol is constantly abused by individuals, largely due to ignorance and because of its accessibility.
Usually the first response is take to some pain relievers, perhaps Panadol or paracetamol. Then, if it continues, usually not the same day, I'll now go for a medical checkup.
I will take like paracetamol.
I've seen a lot of patients who come in complaining of headache, and the next minute to take their blood pressure is quite high. For some of them, staying for 2 to 3 days taking pain relievers, they are possibly to have stroke.
Another common abuse has been observed by athletes who desire to enhance their performance in a short time.
The issue is that athletes who use sports, who use drugs, use them to enhance performance. Because of the incentive that comes with being the winner, monetary incentive, the fame, all that, a whole business of the underground has been created between the users themselves and those who make it available to them.
Alcohol, which could be the most substance abused, always leaves unpleasant consequences.
Relationships tend to suffer when an individual become addicted to a particular substance, is ready to sacrifice anything to have access to that substance.
High level of alcohol consumption is associated with an increased risk of alcoholism, malnutrition, chronic pancreatitis, alcoholic liver disease, and cancer. In addition, damage to the central nervous system and peripheral nervous system can occur from chronic alcohol abuse. Long-term use of alcohol in excessive quantities is capable of damaging nearly every organ and system in the body. Also, cigarette is another deadly substance that damages some parts of the body.
Cigarette also tends to have effect on the brain. It has effect on the blood vessels. It makes the blood vessels to narrow. That's cigarette smoking. And when the blood vessels get narrowed, especially in the brain, it itself can also cause stroke.
However, the consumption of marijuana has been a subject of debate. Whether or not it should be legalized remains a question that needs to be answered.
There are certain people coming up with views on marijuana now, telling us that marijuana is very good for the health. And these people are also scientists. Be that as it may, that there are good sides with respect to marijuana. It is still regarded as an illegal drug right in this country. On the system, the similar pressure effect that tobacco has on the system, marijuana tends to have similar effect on the system. Marijuana even provides a platform for an individual to move on up the ladder to cocaine.
But for better healthy living, experts advise that these substances should be avoided as much as possible.